Let me ask you something straight from the heart. Have you ever gone to bed absolutely exhausted, only to wake up again and again, shuffling to the bathroom like it's some cruel routine? Be honest. Does it ever feel like your own body is sabotaging your rest? I'll confess something to you. I used to think waking up at night was just part of aging, something you had to accept quietly, even when it was stealing your peace. But here's the truth. Broken sleep is not normal, and it's not something you should just get used to. Studies show that poor sleep in seniors is directly linked to memory loss, increased risk of falls, heart problems, even a shorter lifespan. That's a fact, and it's why this conversation we're about to have could be one of the most important ones for your health. See, sleep isn't just about shutting your eyes, it's about giving your body the chance to heal, to rebuild, to reset. For seniors, every hour of quality sleep can mean sharper memory, steadier balance, stronger immunity, even a better mood when you wake up. But when you're up 3, 4, 5 times in a night, fumbling in the dark, dragging yourself back and forth to the bathroom, you're not just losing sleep, you're losing energy, confidence, and sometimes even your independence. And let me tell you, you are not alone. So many older adults silently struggle with this, and families often don't realize how much damage it does until it's too late. That's why I'm here talking with you today. Now here's the surprising part. It's not always about the bladder itself. Sometimes, the real culprit is what, how, and when you eat protein. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how small shifts in your meals, whether it's the timing, the type of protein, or even how you prepare it, can give you back the kind of deep, uninterrupted sleep you've been craving. And the best part? You won't have to give up your favorite foods. Quick question before we go further. If you've ever struggled with those nightly bathroom trips, type yes in the comments right now. I want to see how many of you are fighting this same battle. Don't be shy. It could help someone else feel less alone too. And before we dive deeper, I just want to remind you about something that could support you beyond this video. We've put together the Elderly Spring Sleep Wellness Kit, a simple guide packed with meal ideas, evening routines, and proven strategies to help seniors sleep better naturally. You'll find the link down in the description. It's designed to go hand in hand with everything we'll be talking about today. And listen, if you care about your health and you're watching this but still haven't subscribed to Elderly Spring, ask yourself this. Are you really ready to risk missing the next tip that could save you from years of restless nights? Imagine losing more sleep, risking more falls, more confusion, just because you didn't press one simple button. Don't put it off. Hit subscribe now. And if you decide not to, at least go into the comments and explain why you'd rather take that chance, because your future self deserves better. So, let's start with the very first key change you can make with protein that may finally help you sleep through the night. Point 1. Timing of protein intake. Let's start with timing, because when you eat protein matters almost as much as what you eat. Take Michael, 72. Every evening he'd sit down to his favorite meal, steak, potatoes, maybe a glass of red wine, usually around 7 or 8 p.m. But then almost every night, the same thing happened. Up, down, up again, walking to the bathroom 3 or 4 times, rubbing his eyes, feeling like the night would never end. He thought it was normal until one simple change flipped the script. His doctor suggested moving that steak to lunchtime and keeping dinner light. At first, Michael laughed. He thought, I've eaten dinner like this my whole life. How could the time of day matter? But within a couple of weeks of shifting heavier proteins earlier, something remarkable happened. He started sleeping almost through the night. The difference was like night and day, literally. Here's the science. Digesting protein raises your metabolism and stimulates kidney function. If you eat a heavy protein meal too late, your body is forced to work overtime at the exact moment it should be resting. That's why so many people wake up at night, not because of age alone, but because their system is overloaded at the wrong time. The misconception is common. If I eat more protein at dinner, I'll stay full all night. But fullness doesn't equal rest. In fact, it often equals more bathroom trips, restless tossing and turning, and shallow sleep that never truly refreshes you. So here's my advice. Try shifting larger protein meals to lunch. Keep dinner lighter. Give your body a chance to wind down instead of working overtime. It's a small shift with a big payoff. But it's not just about when you eat protein, it's also about the type of protein. Point 2. Lean versus heavy proteins. Think about this for a moment. The type of protein you choose can make or break your night's rest. Take Sarah, for example. For years, she enjoyed pork chops late in the evening. She didn't think much of it until she noticed she was waking up more often, thirsty, bloated, and constantly running to the bathroom. When she swapped those heavy dinners for a lighter fish meal, salmon, maybe some vegetables, her nights changed almost immediately. The interruptions slowed, her sleep felt calmer, and she woke up with more energy. Science explains why. Lean proteins like chicken, turkey, and fish are broken down more easily, putting less strain on the kidneys overnight. On the other hand, heavy meats like beef and pork linger longer in the digestive system, demanding more effort from the body when it should be winding down. Yet so many people believe the myth. Protein is protein. It all works the same. But the truth is, your body doesn't process them equally, especially as metabolism slows with age. So here's the practical step. Save those heavier meats for earlier in the day. Let dinner be gentle on your system. Think chicken, turkey, fish, foods that support rest instead of disrupting it. Now let's talk about something that surprises many people, plant-based proteins. Point 3. Plant-based proteins. Here's a story that might sound familiar. Rosa, a woman in her 70s, loved her chicken dinners. But when she started struggling with frequent nighttime bathroom trips, she decided to experiment. Instead of chicken at night, she tried lentils, beans, and chickpeas. At first, she worried she wouldn't feel satisfied. But to her surprise, not only did she feel full, her nighttime interruptions dropped dramatically. Here's the reason why. Plant proteins don't just give you protein, they also give you fiber. That fiber helps regulate digestion, slows the release of amino acids, balances blood sugar, and reduces sudden spikes that can trigger nighttime urination. It's like giving your body a steady, gentle flow of energy instead of a rush that overwhelms the system. The misconception? That plant proteins aren't strong enough for seniors, but the truth is they're not only sufficient, they're often better at night because they're easier on the system. So here's the tip. Add more plant-based proteins to your evening meals. Beans, lentils, tofu, chickpeas, these can make dinner satisfying without sabotaging your sleep. But what you pair with protein matters just as much. Point 4. Pairing protein with the right foods. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine someone sitting down at night to ham and bread. Comfort food, right? Feels hearty, feels satisfying. But here's the problem. The sodium in ham and the carbs in bread work together to make the body hold on to water. What happens then? The bladder fills up faster, and the trips to the bathroom start all over again. Science backs this up. Sodium-heavy foods make your body retain water. Combine that with carbs, and you magnify the effect. That's why people wake up with bloating, thirst, and the urge to run to the bathroom multiple times. And yet, so many people think, as long as I eat protein, I can pair it with anything. Wrong pairings can undo all the benefits you worked so hard for. So here's my advice. Pair proteins with steamed vegetables, small amounts of whole grains, and low-sodium sides. Simple, clean, and gentle on the body. Now, let me pause for a moment, because if you've made it this far and you still haven't subscribed, think carefully about what that means. Broken sleep isn't just annoying, it raises your risk of falls. It makes memory problems worse. It puts extra strain on your heart. This information could be the difference between a safe, peaceful night and years of unnecessary struggle. Why risk losing it? Subscribe now. Don't wait until a health scare forces you to care. And if you choose not to, Then be honest with yourself in the comments. Tell me why you'd rather gamble with your health than take a simple step that could protect it. And speaking of preparation, how you cook protein makes a difference too. Point 5. Cooking methods. Here's something many people overlook. It's not only what you eat, it's how you cook it. Picture this: fried chicken at 8 p.m. versus grilled chicken at 8 p.m. The fried version leaves you bloated, thirsty, restless, maybe even waking up with indigestion. The grilled version, much lighter, easier on digestion, and less likely to send you stumbling to the bathroom at 2 a.m. The reason is simple. Fried foods increase the fat load in your system, slow digestion, and make nighttime urination more likely. Lighter cooking methods like grilling, baking, or steaming reduce that burden and let your body relax instead of working overtime. But here's the myth. Cooking style doesn't matter. It's the same food. Not true. Cooking changes the fat content, the digestion speed, even how much water your body demands. So here's the takeaway. If it's dinner, skip the deep fryer. Grill, bake, or steam your protein. Your body will thank you during the night. And finally, let's look at the role of portion size. Point 6. Portion control. Let's end this section with something simple but powerful: portion size. David, 68, used to love eating 2 big chicken breasts for dinner. He thought more protein meant stronger muscles, especially as he aged. But the opposite happened. His nights were restless, his bathroom trips endless. Then he made one small change. He cut the portion in half and saved the rest for lunch the next day. Suddenly, his nights became quieter, his mornings brighter, and his energy came back. Here's why. Large protein loads at night stress the kidneys and bladder. They force your body into overdrive, exactly when it should be repairing and restoring. Nighttime isn't about overload, it's about balance. The misconception? That more protein at night builds stronger muscles. But strength is built over time with consistent nutrition and movement, not with one giant meal before bed. So here's the rule. Keep dinner portions modest. Save the larger servings for earlier in the day. Your body will handle them better, and your sleep will thank you. So what does all this mean emotionally and practically for seniors and their families? It can be frustrating, even scary, to lose sleep night after night. You know exactly what I mean. You finally drift off, your body begging for rest, and then, like clockwork, you wake up again. Maybe it's your bladder pulling you to the bathroom. Maybe it's restlessness. Either way, you lie there in the dark, watching the ceiling, watching the minutes turn into hours. And when the morning comes, you don't feel refreshed. You feel drained. You feel slower. The simple tasks, making breakfast, finding your glasses, answering the phone, suddenly feel heavier than they should. Families notice. They start to worry. They see the toll it takes. And sometimes, without even saying it out loud, they begin to wonder, can Mom handle this on her own? Is Dad still safe in the house by himself? That thought alone can weigh heavier than the lack of sleep itself. Because let's be honest, independence isn't just about living alone. It's about dignity. It's about the freedom to decide when you sleep, when you wake, what you eat, how you live. And when sleep slips away, it can feel like independence is slipping away too. But here's the truth I want you to hold on to. This doesn't have to be the story you accept. This is not the inevitable decline you fear. Instead of looking at your sleep struggles as proof of what's being lost, see them as signals, your body trying to tell you something. And those signals, they can be answered, they can be changed. Think about how many times in your life you've had to adjust. When you were younger, maybe you could eat a heavy meal at midnight and sleep like a baby. But now, your body needs gentler choices. That doesn't mean it's failing, it means it's evolving, and you can evolve with it. Something as small as eating your heavier proteins earlier in the day, leaving your evenings for lighter meals, can shift everything. Imagine this. Lunch becomes your hearty, protein-rich meal. Your chicken, your beef, your lentils, your fish. Dinner, on the other hand, is lighter, soothing, maybe a small bowl of soup, some eggs or soft vegetables. Suddenly, Your body isn't working overtime in the middle of the night to digest heavy food. Instead, it rests, it recovers, and you stay asleep. It might sound too simple to be powerful, but that's how the body works. The smallest changes, when done consistently, add up to the biggest results. And the best part? You don't have to give up the foods you love. You just shift when you enjoy them. And when you try this, even just once, you may notice a difference. Maybe you wake up one fewer time. Maybe you fall back asleep faster. That's not just progress, that's proof. Proof that your body is listening. Proof that you still have influence over how you feel. Because here's the hope I want to give you tonight. Better sleep is possible, even in later years. Don't believe the lie that says, this is just old age, nothing can change. That's not true. You don't have to accept constant nighttime interruptions as your permanent reality. And if you've been carrying that quiet, hidden fear, that maybe your best nights are behind you, that rest will always feel just out of reach, let me say this clearly. They're not behind you. You can still reclaim them. Your body can still surprise you. You can still wake up after a full night of sleep, open your eyes, and feel that deep, refreshing calm spread through your body. You are not too old to rest well. You are not too late to make change. And you are not powerless in this fight. With just a few thoughtful shifts, you can write a new story for your nights, and with it, a new story for your days. So tonight, when you sit down to eat, remember this. Every meal is not just fuel, it's a choice. And every choice is a step either toward rest or away from it. Which direction will you choose? Take a deep breath with me for a moment. We've just traveled through 6 powerful changes. Simple ones, yes, but life-changing if you give them the chance. Let's bring them back to the front of your mind before we close. First, the timing of protein. Shifting heavier meals earlier in the day so your body isn't fighting to digest when it should be resting. Second, choosing leaner proteins in the evening. Foods that support your health without weighing you down. Third, exploring plant-based proteins, adding beans, lentils, tofu, or chickpeas that are gentler on your body while still giving you strength. Then came the pairings, because what you eat with your protein either helps or hurts your sleep. A piece of grilled fish with steamed broccoli works differently in your body than a salty ham sandwich. Cooking methods matter too, grilling or steaming instead of frying. And finally, portion size, keeping dinners modest so your body rests easy through the night. 6 keys. Together, they open a door that many seniors thought was locked forever. The door to deeper, more peaceful sleep. But here's the truth. This only matters if you try it. So I want you to think about your own evenings. Which of these shifts feels doable tonight? Not tomorrow, not next week. Tonight. Will you move your heavier meal to lunchtime? Will you swap fried chicken for baked fish? Or maybe try cutting down the portion and saving half for tomorrow's lunch? Tell me in the comments right now. Don't just listen and nod. Participate. Sharing your plan is a way of telling yourself, I'm ready for change. And it's also a gift to someone else who may be reading, struggling, and thinking they're all alone. And if you're the kind of person who wants clear, step-by-step help, don't forget that in the description, I've linked the Elderly Spring Sleep Wellness Kit. Inside, you'll find meal ideas, evening routines, hydration tips, even calming practices to help you wind down before bed. It's not about rules or restrictions. It's about giving you tools to reclaim your nights and your peace. Now let's talk about subscribing. I'll be gentle, but I'll also be honest. Every week I create these videos for you, practical, research-backed, easy-to-follow guidance for seniors and caregivers, and subscribing means you'll never miss them. But if you've watched this far and you don't subscribe, I want you to really ask yourself why. Is it because you think you'll remember to come back on your own? Is it because you're not sure if these tips are worth it? Or is it just easy to say, I'll do it later? The truth is, later often never comes. And the cost of missing one simple strategy could be years of frustration, years of restless nights, even increased risks for your health. Subscribing costs you nothing. But ignoring these lessons could cost you sleep, independence, and peace of mind. And if you decide not to, I won't be upset. But please, don't just slip away. Leave me a comment and tell me why. Because I want to understand. This channel isn't about numbers, it's about people, and you matter. And as we come to a close, I want to leave you with this. Sleep is not a luxury. Rest is not optional. You deserve to lay your head down at night and know you'll wake up restored, safe, and strong. You've given so much in your lifetime, worked, cared, provided, built. This stage of your life should be about enjoying peace, not battling through exhaustion. So please take these 6 steps seriously. Try them, share them. Come back and tell me how they worked for you. And if you're ready for deeper guidance, check out the Wellness Kit. But above all, subscribe so that every week you get reminded of something that could add more strength, more calm, more joy to your life. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me into your day, into your home, into your story. Remember, your health matters, your rest matters, and you matter. Until next time, stay well, stay strong, and never forget, you are worthy of peace at every age.